Hi, it's Anne here, and today's video is another Shop My Stash video. I think we're on week number 9 for this year. How I'm doing this project is I'm selecting one item from each category, except for eyeliner. I pick 2 items from the eyeliner category, and I use them for a week, and then we do a little check-in. I review what I used last week, and then we pick what's going on for next week. And after I've used something once, it's going away in a bin, and I'm not picking it again. So far, we've almost gone through all of the primers. We've got one left for this week, and then that's it. We'll have gone through all the primers. So, these are the picks from last week. What do I have to say about the picks? The highlighter from Ofra, while it's really, really nice, it's very pretty looking. We're a little bright. I don't know if I can adjust that a little. There we go. It is very blingy. It's a very icy looking highlighter, which on a day-to-day basis is maybe not my jam necessarily. So I didn't really love it for an everyday kind of highlighter, but it is a nice highlighter. Really love the Tarte blush in Party. This guy's got a nice big pan in it. My only blush for the pan. Great everyday blush. I was looking on their website, and this does exist in a full size. So if I finish this, if I ever actually finish a Tarte blush, I could buy it in the full size. I'm contemplating putting this in the project pan, but I'm also contemplating not because I don't really want to finish it. Really enjoy this primer. It's the Heimish Artless Glow Base Primer. It's just a glowy primer with SPF in it. This is going to go in my project pan. The L'Oreal Infallible with the powder and even just the foundation, I feel like, and I've said this, I did a whole video on this foundation. When my skin is dry or acting up like it is right now, I feel like my skin is just a bit blotchy, it's dry in spots. This just doesn't sit nice. It doesn't look nice on the skin. So don't love this when my skin is dry, but when my skin is really good, I do like this. It does have a pretty matte finish. This guy, I'm going to keep it going. In my last video, the little spongy fell off, and now it's just a little thing, but I still can get product out of it. I'm going to keep this for this year, this calendar year, and then this will be a declutter at the end of the calendar year. It's the Essence Metal Shock eyeshadow in Stars and Stories. I have had it for a while, so it's probably time to give it up. Eyeliners were fine. I still feel the same about this Merit Brow Gel. Not very jelly, more moussey, so it doesn't really hold, but it does add a bit of color. Not great for my eyebrows, or non-existent eyebrows. And I still don't love this. I said in my last video that this might be my mascara that I pick for my project pan coming up, because I'm going to refresh my project pan after, at the end of March, it'll be 3 months, so I'm doing sort of a quarterly project pan, and I don't know if I want to put this in. I don't know if I want to be stuck with this for 3 months. We'll see. Yeah, I just don't love it. I think what I really don't like is the wand. I'm really not we're kind of really dark now. Let's lighten it up a little bit. It's a plastic wand, and it's very, everyone talks about, it's very bendy. Very bendy. And I just don't love it. It doesn't really give me the oomph that I want with my eyelashes. So those are last week's picks. Those are all going to go away. And now let's do this week's picks. I feel like I'm always teasing you guys by showing the lipsticks, but I don't do lipstick picks. I am doing a lipstick project pan. And I'm laughing because it's not really going. I'm sort of using the items, sort of not. It's kind of slow. Whatever. It is what it is, but it's not really happening. FYI. So these are my sort of single eyeshadows that are I've got sort of liquidy ones here. I have things in I've got loose ones here, some stick ones. These are pressed ones in single packaging. Let's pull out. You know what? I think I'm going to pull something from this bottom drawer. Let's put this back. So I talked about I just started a new job. Yeah, I'm trying to keep it a little low-key, maybe, for a while. This is empty, by the way. It's just an empty package. I have the singles in with my other, single shadows that are in, what am I trying to say? A custom palette? magnetic palette. There we go. That's the word I want. Maybe this guy. Yeah, let's go with this one. It's kind of a summery shade to me, but we're gonna go with it right now. I'm just doing a little swatchy swatch on my hand here. This is the Pacifica. It's a single shadow. I think this came in an Ipsy. The shade is called Treasure. It's pretty old, but still works, still decent. There's a swatch of it on my hand. It's just kind of like a taupey gold, warm gold, but not super warm, champagne-y, a little deeper than a champagne maybe. Very neutral color, easy everyday type color. I apologize if my camera is swaying a little bit. If I just like move ever so slightly, the camera starts moving. So I'm trying to be super still. So as I mentioned, this is my last primer, and it's not even really a primer. Our primer box in the drawer is empty. So I'm going to pull this guy out. I actually typically use this to mix with foundation. I generally prefer to do this in the summertime. This is the Temptu BoxyCharm Liquid Glow. As you can see, it's kind of a warmer color, so I feel like it looks better on me in the summertime. And mixing it with lighter foundations. Kind of looks similar to that eyeshadow. There it is on my hand there, fairly heavily swatched. And there it is, sort of like, it's a bit closer to my skin tone once I swatch it out a little bit. So, there's a method behind the madness here. I am going to pull this particular foundation, because I think it'll be interesting to mix it with this particular foundation when I feel like I don't want a matte, but I have a matte foundation. This is the Covergirl Trublend Matte Made Foundation. I don't think they make this anymore. In the shade M20. So yeah, it's a matte foundation. We're kind of getting to the end of the rope of like lighter foundations. These ones at the front were the lighter foundations, and everything up here was a little bit darker. So that's going to be interesting. I guess I will just mix it with my NYX foundation mixer. Otherwise I should go back to, even this foundation's a little bit darker. So there's a swatch of that foundation. Like you can see, it's a little bit dark. Hopefully it will work for me. I might need to use the NYX. Let's pull that out just in case. I might need to use this guy with the foundation. It's the NYX Pro Foundation Mixer in just straight up white. Concealer, I'm going to pull one of these guys. Somebody asked me what my favorite concealer was, and I'm not sure I can say this is a favorite. Like, I don't think I have a favorite, but one of my top concealers is the NARS Soft Matte Concealer. I just feel like it sits really nice under my eyes. I have very crepey under eyes. This seems to go on well. It doesn't look too heavy or too cakey. I have it in two shades. So I have Crème Brulee, and I've got Cannelle. So Cannelle's a little bit deeper than Crème Brulee. I think Crème Brulee is really my better shade. So we're gonna go with this. And I'll do a little swatch of this guy too. You can definitely see it on my hand where my hand is very pale. So there's a swatch of the Soft Matte Concealer in Crème Brulee beside that M20 from Covergirl. So that's, no, we still need to do a powder. Oh dear, oh dear. Because we're also in a situation where, so this is like a powder foundation, but it's way too dark. I'm not going to be able to wear this. I think I'm going to have to like leave this one. It's a Nude by Nature powder foundation. This one is a translucent powder. Let's use this one. So this is the Nude by Nature translucent powder. Hopefully this is okay. I had to throw out something else from this brand because it was like no good. Because this is, I think, a clean brand. This might end up in my project pan now that I'm thinking about it. This might be a good powder to put in my project pan to finish up. So there's that guy. I'm not going to bother swatching it because it's just a translucent powder. So just to show what it looks like, that's what it looks like right there. Yep, it smells okay. Doesn't seem off. Oh, you know what? Never mind. Well, maybe later on in the year, because I have to use up some of the one from Pure Anada. Because that one is a clean brand, and like an all-natural brand, and it's definitely off, like it's going off, so I need, at least, I want to try and hit pan on that one coming up in my next quarter for my project pan. Never mind. Okay, eye drawer. So mascara, I'm going to pull this guy out. Ooh, sorry if that was really loud. I'm going to pull this mascara, which is the Covergirl Exhibitionist mascara, Stretch and Strengthen version. This is the one where they say on the packaging it's a Christmas tree brush, and I really don't know why they say that, because I wouldn't call this a Christmas tree brush. It's a natural bristle brush, so I prefer this type of brush more. Maybe this one goes in my project pan for next quarter. Eyebrow product. Let's go with something a little different because I've been using gels. I'm going to go with this. This is really old. This is from the Brow Gal. I really like the brush that I got with this. This came in, I think, in Ipsy or a BoxyCharm. It's got 3 powders in it. I really only ever use the middle one. These powders are deceiving because they look kind of light, but they end up really dark on the brow. This is a product that I will probably have forever. I don't see myself ever finishing this, and I'm not sure I'll ever see myself throwing it out unless it goes off. Or like makes my brows break out or something. I'm not a huge brow powder person because I feel like it doesn't last on my brows. But we're going to play with this anyway and see how it goes. Eyeliners. I think I want to do a liquid eyeliner, so let's go with this one. This again is from that Pure Anada brand that I was just talking about. So it's a Canadian brand. It's all natural makeup. This is a natural eyeliner in the shade Fig, and it's like a purple eyeliner. So let's just do a swatch of this somewhere. Yep, this one still seems good. Again, I get a bit concerned with products from this brand and if they're still good or not. So there's a swatch of it on my hand. It's kind of metallic. Yeah, you can sort of see there. Kind of metallic. It's deep, but it's still purple. So I really do quite like this. It's got a very fine. Oops. Hair stuck on there, a very fine brush on it. So that should be nice. I don't think it's waterproof. I'll test it out in a minute. I don't think it's waterproof or very like budge proof. And then regular eyeliner. So let's go with, I feel like I have like a lot of black eyeliner still to use. We're getting pretty low, I feel like, on the eyeliner realm though. Let's pull another, no, let's separate them out. What do I want? I've got a few blues going on here, so let's pull a blue. So this is that Color Workshop kind of brand, the cheap drugstore thing. This is a very metallic-y blue. It's more of a winter color in my opinion. But we'll go with that guy right there. Let's see how it goes. I don't really use this one a whole lot. Can't remember the last time I used it. So that's why this project is good, because it forces me to use things that just sit there and that I don't normally pick. Otherwise I'd pick like the same ones over and over and over again, which is what I normally do. Okay, let's move on. And here we are with our last drawer. So blush, bronzer, highlight. I think I want to go with the Essence Pure Nude Highlight. So we're going to go with this guy. This was in a project pan last year. I did hit pan at the very bottom. I think it was last year, maybe it was the year before. I just focused on this part of the pan to hit pan, but I did hit this is a domed product and it's pretty flat now. So let's do a swatch. I really like this highlighter, but I can see how some people say there is a bit of an undertone to this. And if you're really pale, or like I am kind of now, you just see on my hand, you can kind of see that this isn't a super light highlight. It works really well, I feel like, on my face. But yeah, see when I turn my hand there, there's definitely a deeper undertone there. So if you're very pale, this might not work for you. And it leans a little warm. So again, if you're cool toned, I am more cool toned, but I feel like this still works pretty good. But I do kind of like pinkier highlights for my cool tone skin. But you can kind of see that it's got a nice, really natural looking shine on it. Bronzer. Oh, this is where we're getting down to these are super warm, summery bronzers. These two are super dark. All right, let's start with this one then. This one is kind of both warm and summery and dark. So this is the Becca bronzer, Sunlit bronzer in bronze Bondi. I think I can make this work though, like if I go light-handed. But yeah, you can see it's a very warm toned, almost pinky reddish toned highlight or bronzer, and it's pretty deep. But I do really like this shade. I don't know where this ended up in my bronzer. Was this my favorite bronzer? I can't remember now. I have to go look at that bronzer video. I did do a bronzer ranking video. I never got around to doing a blush ranking video. I kind of want to do that this year if I can remember to do it. But I did do a bronzer ranking video, and I did a highlighter ranking video. It doesn't have all the highlighters I have, because I've bought more since then. Hopefully I'm in focus. Yeah, there we go. So there's the bronzer. So it's not too bad. I think this will work. I think it'll be fine. And then blush. Again, we're kind of in the realm of, I've left a lot of the warm blushes because it's been cold and I don't really want to use a warm blush when it's cold. Let's use this one. Let's go with another Becca product. Let's make it consistent here. So this is the Becca Luminous blush in the shade Foxglove. It's a very, very bright pink. Really like this, but I just don't wear it very often, and I don't really know why. Oh, hey, you can see my arm. Hello. Yeah, I just don't wear it. It's pretty intense in color. That's probably why I don't wear it very often. But again, if I kind of go light with it, I think it should be fine. It's got a metallic-y kind of finish. Well, it's a luminous blush, right? There we go. So there's that blush, and I kind of blended it out a little bit so it's a little lighter. Camera, please stay in focus. There we go. There's the blush, bronzer, and highlight, and the two eyeliners. And then all the face products are on this hand. There we go. There's all my swatches. All the swatches. Alright. I will flip you around. We'll talk about everything I've picked for this week. Or just a quick recap of everything I picked this week. And I'll talk about the palettes, because I don't think I'm changing anything out right now. But I can see myself picking something later this week. So yeah, let's wrap this video up. Alright, here we are with the selections for this upcoming week. This is kind of an odd mishmash of stuff. I'm not as jazzed about this selection as I was last week. I felt like last week I had a nice mixture of stuff. I feel like I'm starting to get down into the products that A, I don't really gravitate towards, or B, feel out of season for me to use right now, so it's a bit wonky, but we're going with it anyway. So the two palettes that I've been using over the last little while is the e.l.f. Bite Size palette in Rosewater. So again, I talked about, this is a great, easy, I feel like this is a really easy one and done. Like sometimes I just pick like one color, like this one or this one to use, and I don't really think too hard about the look that I'm doing. And then the other palette that I've been focusing on is this one, the Truly Madly Deeply. I have not used any of the glitters so far in this palette, and I haven't used the sort of these two shades over here. I haven't used those yet. So I kind of want to use those over the next couple days, and then maybe I will pick up another palette, maybe just a small quad or something, and then think about next week, in next week's video, picking like a bigger palette to start focusing on. I enjoy this palette. I feel like this is a good, it's well-rounded for me. Like you've got sort of the purples that you can use, you've got pinks that you can use, you've got some neutrals, some peaches. The downside is there's 3 glitters. I feel like those could be replaced with much better colors, and this would be a super functional palette. Like put in like a dark brown in here, maybe add like an icy whiter color, and then maybe add like, you know, I don't know, a peachier shimmer, and this would be a really good palette. Are these magnetic? I haven't even tried to see if these are magnetic. If they're magnetic, I might consider taking those glitters out and putting in other shadows in there. Anyway, that's this week's video. I hope you like it. If you did, feel free to give it a little thumbs up down below. If you haven't already, I would love it if you subscribe to my channel here in Toronto, Canada. I hope you're doing well, and I'll see you sometime soon. Bye.